Once again, today is January 16th, 2018. And you are just really wanting out. Is that the black? No, no, it's not. Hey, buddy. Come here. Yeah. It's time for breakfast. Time for breakfast because I got to get your mama back inside. Just thought I'd let everybody see my babies eating. We usually start them between 3 and 4 weeks. And they've done very well in eating. And like I said, we have them on the American journey. We usually start them out at least up until almost 6 weeks with the mush. I have a food processor over here that I make kind of like a powder form out of the food and then just add more water. I don't add a lot of other stuff because I can mess with them. And I want them used to eating the food as they will go home. Okay. Sometimes, if they're slow to responding, I may add some powdered puppy supplement, the powdered milk, just for a little bit of flavor to kind of entice them. But again, otherwise, I don't add anything. It's just puppy food. There's your purple girl. Oh, look, you got your face all messy already. Yep. Yum, 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 yum. Mom's still feeding them too. She's real good mom. Okay, this is Sheepadoodle Canine Manor. And our website is www.lawpdoodlek, 9manor.com. This is a litter of 6 Sheepadoodle, first generation. We do not breed second generation. We have a stud we are raising up. He's almost to a point of being mature enough to breed. But he is out of our very own Jack and Callie, and he's a gorgeous red sable. And anybody that has been with us long enough knows the wonderful colors that Jack produced when he was still producing. He's still with us. He's not neutered, but he's also not breeding. But he will be with us indefinitely. But I was so glad to finally get a son out of him that actually grew tall enough and big enough out of he and Callie. Callie is a beautiful, well, she looked like a tortoise shell when she was a puppy, and she carries for Phantom, she carries for Brindle, she carries for Sable. I cannot wait to see what Sam has in store for us with his career as Jack's son and Callie's son. Anyway, when Jack was bred for a couple of litters of Sheepadoodles, we had some beautiful Sables and Brindles out of that. And the Sables will generally fade to almost all cream, with maybe some darkness around their points, the tips of their ears. But other than that, now the Brindles, when they're shaved down, because they're a combination of kind of dark gray, light gray, and when they're shaved down, they show the striping effect. We've actually had a couple of Brindles come out of our litters even without Jack being involved. But that's what we anticipate maybe down the road with our Sam when he's old enough to breed. Then we have Ram, of course, who is, we're trying to keep within our own breeding lines with the diversity that we have so that we can maintain the health and temperament that we have these years, genetically and otherwise. And we also have Ram, who is, of course, the son of Boaz. His mom was Bindi. She was in a guardian home. She's now retired. And Bindi and Boaz produced a beautiful boy, Ram, who we have, and he's already been proven. Actually, he's the daddy of this litter. And he produced some really, really cool colors with Cherry. I'm so pleased. I mean, not colors necessarily, but markings. These are the kinds of variety of markings I love in my Sheepadoodles. But there's really no need to go to further generation. I know some breeders are doing it, and that's fine. You know, to each his own. But because both the Old English Sheepdog and the Standard Poodle are considered non-shedding, more allergy friendly, there's just really no point. The point in a lot of the multi-gens of other breeds that started a lot of these doodle breeds, such as the Golden Doodle and Labradoodle, the primary purpose at the time was really to reduce the shedding and the allergy issues. And because one of the breeds does shed and does have allergy, affect people with mild allergies, taking it to sometimes it would have to go to second generation in order to minimize them by adding more of the poodle genetics. We did that F1Bs for our Labradoodles. I liked the coats better in the second generation of Labradoodles as well. We don't have them anymore as part of our program, but when we did. On the other hand, the first generation of Golden Doodles, they were pretty nice. I liked them. I liked them in second generation too, but the coats are different, the breeds are different, and therefore when you mix with the poodle, the results are different. But to me, I get more consistency in first generation with this particular breed. We were one of the earliest breeders of Sheepadoodles. They weren't even popular yet. I did not have a waiting list at the time. For our first couple, 3 litters, we basically just treated it as the way we always did. Once the litter was born, we accepted deposits in order. But then all of a sudden their popularity exploded. And that's when we started our waiting list that we have currently now. Obviously, a lot of other people have come into the market since they are, I guess, easy sell. Again, when we ventured into it, it was for the love and the interest in the breed when we stumbled upon it, not because we thought they were going to sell like hotcakes. And as a matter of fact, we maintained our Golden Doodles and Labradoodles, of which it was certainly an oversaturated market with breeders, for a couple of years after. But then we decided to eliminate them since there were certainly plenty to go around with that breed. And just kind of focus on our newer doodle breeds, our Sheepadoodles, and our upcoming Newfie Poos. We did have a litter of Bernedoodles because we had the breed, or we had the access to having a litter. I'm not sure that I'm going to repeat that breed. I've got very dear friends that are wonderful, reputable breeders that have been breeding the Bernedoodles pretty much almost since they began, and I would prefer to just let them have that end of the market. I'm not really, it's just my heart's not in it. Now, we do have a litter of a cross between our Pyrenees and Bernies, which was always our intent from the time we obtained our male Bernies, who lives with my brother. Not a non-shedding breed, obviously, but I saw them one time and I just fell in love. Absolutely fell in love. We're probably going to retain a female from that litter for Doodles down the road. And we're talking 3 or 4 years down the road, so God willing. But that was always our intent when we got our Bernies, not Bernedoodles. But Callie is such a gorgeous girl and perfect for the colorations that people really seek in the Bernedoodles. So it was kind of a matter of curiosity, timing with my husband's loss of his job and things. But anyway, and one of those puppies ended up being a wedding gift to my niece. So it all worked out in the end. And the people that have the puppies are very, very pleased. So we're pleased. Nice temperament. But again, I can refer you to other wonderful, reputable breeders for Bernedoodles if you're looking for them. Okay. Now, keeping in mind, too, we only have 6 sires in our program, and not all of them are active, and only have 2 breeds, and that's Old English and Poodle. So our variety, if you will, is in our females, and we only have 2 Newfoundlands, and I think right now we only have 3 or 4 active Old English sheepdog females. So it's really not, I know that some people raise their eyebrows and are like, how many breeds do they have? Well, they're all Doodles. And the same sires are being used with the exception of our Old English, which are bred to our Poodle moms. But we reduced our Poodle moms because I tend to like the puppies from the Old English moms a little bit better. But I have had some beautiful and wonderful Sheepadoodles from Poodle moms as well. So we're not eliminating them. But anyway, we also have some retirees going out this year. So check our website as we feature our retirees that are looking for their forever homes. And we may be retiring RG in the very near future. So there's another boy. However, I do have a family that had our first stud retiree. He passed away this past year of old age. His name was Bear. He was one of the beginning we don't have any of his genetics within our line, but he and Fanny started our business for us 10 years ago. But anyway, they have one of our Labradoodle retirees, and they're looking to adopt another companion for her since Bear's passing. And RG is the one that we're working on possibly for them. Okay, so once again, here I am above 10 minutes. Sometimes it's just easier for me to give background as I narrate. These guys are getting tired. Now they got their bellies full, and we've been playing for the last half hour or more. And time to let Mom in. And I'll go and get these videos uploaded so everybody can enjoy seeing these puppies. I introduced them individually on the previous video. So, okay, and thank you very much for viewing our puppies, and may God bless you.